So you haven't sold a house in a while. Well, in today's video, we're going to explore the things that have changed in the past years and what's different when you're trying to sell a house than maybe last time that you sold. Before we do that, just a little housekeeping. If you'd like to stay on top of all the new videos that we're putting out on GTA market reports, on house tours that we'll be doing, then please subscribe. Just give it a little tap there. We'd love for that. And if you could, share the video with a couple of people. I do it for you. So if we could get a few more people watching these, that'd be great. And then, you know, every day I'm speaking to people just like you. I'm in this industry every day. So whether you're looking at moving in 9 days or 9 years, I'd love for you to reach out to me. You can book a call on Calendly that's down in the description there. And just to touch base and start a relationship so that when the time is right for you to move, we're already connected and ready to go. Okay, so with all that behind us, now let's have a look at what's changed so much in the last little bit when you're going to sell a house. So recently I had some clients and they had not sold their house for 27 years. They'd raised their family in the house and we listed their house and we sold it in multiple offers. And all that was wonderful, right? And I actually just assumed that because we did the multiple offers and they sold the house that they were on top of things regarding real estate. And then I realized as we went along that they hadn't purchased a home in almost 30 years and things had changed and this was a little concerning for them. So one of the things that at this time that was going on was multiple offers. And so they understood the concept that they would have to compete and raise the price against other people, which in the market that they purchased in did not happen. But they understood that. But what they couldn't get their head around was that they, in some cases, would lose if they asked for a home inspection. So they were fortunate that we finally found a house that they liked, that they didn't have to remove their conditions to get the house. But it just surprised me because we had done multiple offers on their home and they had sold to someone with no conditions. So I assumed that they would know that that was what was going to come their way. So explaining to someone who hasn't sold before that the market's changed a little and you as a purchaser sometimes have to maybe remove those conditions if you're competing to get the house that you're really dreaming of. Okay. The other thing that really changed is, I guess, back again when they were selling their house or buying a house 30 years ago, houses sat on the market for a little while. So in the market that we were in and the price point we were looking, houses were coming off the market in a week or two. So in the past, they were used to being able to look at the house 2, 3, 4 times. When the house came on the market, they didn't feel the need to rush there to see it. And so being able to get them in the headspace of, no, like if it came on the market today, we might only have 4 or 5 days to see it and it might be gone. So we had to sort of shift gears and get them to be a little more, let's go to go see it, and then not have to see it 4 times to be convinced that that was the house that they were going to buy. I mean, again, back in a bad market, when a house sits on the market for 60 days, you can go look at it 2, 3, 4 times, kick the tires, see if you like it. But in this market, it was a little more accelerated, and they just couldn't take their time in that way. So this was, again, a difference that, as a realtor, I didn't even think that they wouldn't know this, but, I forgot. They hadn't bought in 30 years, so something to think about. Then again, the deposit, when we did actually go to purchase a home, they had to put down a deposit, and that deposit to them seemed very high. Now, we try to get between 3 and 5% of the sale price. And again, let's remember 30 years ago, they were buying a house for $220,000 or $300,000. That $300,000, maybe they put down 3%, so they had to give $10,000. Well, today, the gold standard of deposit is between 3 and 5%. So we were trying to put 5% down, but they were buying something at $1.2 million. So now all of a sudden they were having to think of putting down a deposit of $60,000. So to them, this seemed like a really high number compared to what they'd put down before. And they kept saying to me, well, can't we put an offer in with a $5,000 deposit? And so trying to explain that, because of the appreciation of property and, still the need to have that percentage of deposit, it took a little doing. Now we got there, but it was another change that they didn't really foresee when they walked into going to buy a house. So another thing that we did not foresee, again, they were selling their bigger house in and downsizing. Their house had no mortgage. It had a far greater value than the house that they were buying. They had all kinds of investments. So when they went to buy, they said, oh, we have no problem. We'll bridge for a week and it'll allow us to move from one area to the other. When they went with the sales agreement and, okay, we're all good, we're going to bridge, the bank told them that because they had no income anymore, or very low income because they were living off their investments and pensions, that they wouldn't qualify for the bridge loan. Now, eventually they got the bridge loan, but I just wanted to say that you have to be ready because it's not as simple a thing as you would think, right? Now, in our minds, we thought, well, they've got all kinds of money in that house, they could take out a line of credit, but the bank was just saying because you don't have an income anymore, you're a retired couple, there was 100 more hoops for them to jump through to be able to secure that financing and bridge for that time of the week's time. And then finally, I guess the big change for them as well was how the sale was closed. So nowadays, since COVID for sure, the way that the keys are exchanged is that the sellers normally leave all their keys and whatever documents like manuals for appliances and whatnot, they leave them all in the house with the exception of one key which is left in a lockbox, and then the code is given to the purchaser once the money is transferred. So, in the past, you had to go into the lawyer's office and the lawyer had to courier the keys from one place to the other, and then you had to drive over and pick them up. So they were a little shocked when I said, oh no, you can sign with the lawyer a couple weeks ahead of time, have the money transferred a day or two before so it's ready to go, and they were just given a code to, here you go, you can walk into your new house, right? So again, as real estate professionals, we're doing this every day, and so sometimes we forget that for you, it may be a new experience, and maybe you haven't bought and sold for 30 years. So these are some of the things that I think have changed a little bit, and if you think about them ahead of time, then you won't be quite as shocked. So again, thanks for joining me on the video. If you've learned anything today, I'd really like if you'd hit the like button. I'd like if you'd hit the like. It would help out with the channel. And until next video, I hope you stay healthy and well, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.